You can make a video, it's easy. So make more videos of what you do and package up what you do. But we'll go into referrals. So the number one thing that I love in that little slideshow I just did was that you need to replace every lead with another lead. So if a member inquires to Fitness Australia about one of you guys about joining, and you convert into a member of Fitness Australia, they need to replace your lead with a new lead. Because what you guys do is you just sell that membership, and then you go, oh, what next? And you wait. But I've never done that from the get-go. So even as a 23-year-old, I realised that if I replace Zoe and as a prospect with a sale, then I need to replace that lead with a new lead. And I'd say, so, you know, you've got any friends that you'd like to bring into the club, and we'll show you through the strategies through that. But you need to make that mandatory in your brain that you replace your existing lead that's converting to a sale with a new lead immediately. And if you can't, you go and ring your database and you get a lead before you move on and do anything else in the day. So just say I couldn't convert her, just say she comes in, she says, oh, I just moved down from Brisbane yesterday. Do you work in the area? No, I'm just trying to find a job. And she's got no friends, okay? I'd say, no worries, just, you know, when you do, when you find, you know, you get into your new work cycle and you've got your friends, we can hold those passes for them. But I would get on the phone and ring an ex-member or go on the gym floor and ask somebody. I have to replace that lead with a new lead immediately within the next hour. And that's discipline. And if you do that, I'll show you how to do that with all these different programs. But you first have to have the discipline to do that, because otherwise, then you're going to have a marketing budget that blows out. And the other thing you need to do is have a retention budget too, going back to the retention panel. 10% of my marketing budget is based on retention. I put it back into retention. And then referrals, you don't really need much of a budget at all for referrals. And if you're just a single personal trainer and you've just got clients, or if you're a big club, you can use most of these strategies that we're going to go through. So the first thing you've got to think about too is the benefits of a salesperson. You know, what are the benefits of referrals to a salesperson? More sales, constant pipeline of new leads, more rapport with the prospect. You know, you've got a common link. How much easier is it to sell to a prospect that knows somebody that comes to you or comes to your business? So it's totally different. It's a totally different conversation than a cold one. You know, you've got somebody in common with something in common with them, and sales are definitely easier to close if it's a referral. So why would you spend all your money going and doing newspapers and all this sort of thing if you haven't got a decent referral program first? Got to think about it. I love maximising all the free stuff first. Got to do those things really well before you can allow to spend money. Because what's use of spending money if you can't capitalise on it? All right, so let me just go over here. So what's the benefits to the fitness facility for getting referrals? Well, many member referrals play a key part in a number of factors for the business. Obviously, increase prospects to the business, increase sales, increasing a new client's experience. Just think, if, you know, Loretta joins my club today, her experience is going to be enlightened if she brings a friend, yes or no? Well, then why wouldn't they ask her for referrals? You know, the number one thing I think Rachel said was about rejection is the reason why you don't do things. Well, it's also the reason why you don't ask for referrals. But she's got more to gain than what I do as a staff member of the health club. Increase the accountability of the new client to achieve their goals if their friends coming with them. Definitely increase retention. URSA's reports have shown that you increase retention if they're exercising with a community of friends. And then the benefits, I was just going to show you that one. So the URSA studies show that people stay longer if they have a support network to help them. Members stay longer with a little help from their friends. Members who socialise with friends at their clubs have a higher retention rate than members whose club is completely by themselves. So then why wouldn't we engage? That's your number one retention program, is your referral program, not your customer acquisition program. You know, you'd say, okay, what we need to do for retention this week is we need to ask everybody that joins if they've got a friend to come to the club. You just got to reverse the mentality of the staff. Obviously points out how important. So the URSA report states that member-to-member interaction is far more important than staff-to-member interaction. And you've got to think about it. You cannot facilitate unless you've got a small amount of boutique, you cannot facilitate decent relationships with every member in your club. But the members can with each other. That's why the run clubs, like the theme I think today that I've learned from some of these amazing women is the communities that they're building inside their clubs, and that's the same thing that's coming out from these reports from years ago. But we still don't do it. You're just got to get off your butt and do it. And if you're a single personal trainer in the room, why can't you have little communities inside your own population? Why wouldn't you hold a business, if all your clients are corporates, hold a business networking night at your boot camp? You know, call it, I don't know, I'll think business, I don't know, I'll think of something. Get back, I'll email you all the great idea I come up with. But you know what I mean? Like they come and they bring their business card. Lose weight, bring it, like decrease calories, increase income. Something like that. Come and sweat off your calories and increase your income at the same time by swapping cards with somebody. My girlfriend Erica French has got a great business, Fit to Date, where people who are fit go and find a partner. Like that's the whole concept around fit people looking for partners. But she's got a niche and she gets written heaps of PR about it. So the benefits to the member. So in my opinion, and I think you agree, the benefits of referrals to the member far outweigh the benefits to the club or to the staff member or to the trainer. But we don't think about it that way. We think about it about ourselves and about our rejection. It keeps them motivated, makes attending accountable, keeps them on track to achieve their goals, it makes it fun, makes the time go quicker, reduces costs. You know, if maybe something like they might get a buy one get one free or half price joining fee, or they might get a couple discount, it could reduce the cost. Possibly receive a discount, something like that. You've got to remember that the member referring a friend has far more to gain than your business or what you do if they refer someone. So number one thing you have to do to get referrals is just ask every single person for a referral. It's that simple, but the only thing that stops you from doing it compared to someone that's successful is discipline. That's it. I just get more referrals because I know that if I just ask more people, they'll say yes. And in some instances, when I was that salesperson all those years ago, I would have people lining up, and I would never take walk-ins. Like, who would think that years ago, you know, staffing would never take walk-ins because that's all there was, and I couldn't take them because I was just book solid with referrals. Any walk-in would have to see the other person because I was book solid with my referrals. And I would have people coming in and waiting for 45 minutes, and there would be a girl free, and they would still wait to see me. And when they came in with their friend, I'd go, hey mate, how you going? I didn't even know them from Barra. But they, you know, just heard through someone. A bit like the nightclub that you go to because you know the guy on the door or whatever, the guy on the bar, or the restaurant, you know, because you know somebody knows the owner. So you go in there and you feel like you've connected somewhat with that person. Alright? That's the secret. It's pretty simple, isn't it? How many of you are committed to going and doing it for the next month, the next year, the next 10 years? That's the question. That's going to make the people different in the room. They're going to be full with clients and full with members or not. It's just that one simple thing. So I'm going to give you some strategies. I think Wendy touched on it about the different personality types.